Hello ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Cochard here with challenge number 2, the baked brotato. In case you don't know, you got to complete 7 out of 10 of the challenges by July 18th and you'll get 50% off any loaded product. If you complete all 10 challenges, you can win a loaded complete or a loaded Algernon. But that's not all. If you complete this challenge by May 9th, which should be next Monday, then you could win a $50 credit on the loadedboards.com and orangutangwheels.com websites. You can check out the full rules for the contest here, or possibly here. I don't know where they're gonna put the link. And be sure to tune in to the YouTube live stream on the Loaded Newsletter channel at 4 p.m. PST next Monday. That'll tell you what the next challenge will be. All right, so this trick is called the baked brotato. Essentially, it's gonna be a backwards Peter Pan cross-step dancing move, but then you throw a foot down on the ground, sort of like a no comply, and then you shimmy, slide it out, and you end up in switch, or in your original stance, yeah. So check it out, look at the clip.
You can't step to my group, so don't try it. You can't burn with my bike, so don't light it.
I like to do this trick in switch personally, so I always start out in regular. I'm usually goofy. The reason for this is because my right foot is stronger and smarter than my left foot, which is just good for stepping on the ground. All right, so I'm starting out in switch and my feet are perpendicular to the board and I'm riding backwards, doing my own thing, mind my own business, and then out of nowhere I give it a little bit of a hop and then I land onto my right foot, which would be my front foot, my dominant one. And when I land, I make sure that that foot is placed beyond the center of the board, as close to the front truck as possible, and as close to the left side of the board, which would technically be the toe side edge. While you're doing this slide, you get into that position, you're traveling backwards like this, right? And you gotta drag your other foot on the ground to help give you a little bit of balance and slightly de-weight the board just a little bit. So I'm putting in tons of pressure into that foot while also trying to distribute that weight onto my left foot, which is skimming across the ground. Now, the key to doing this trick is focusing your weight mainly on the heel of your foot that's on the board. Why? Because if you put any on your toes, all wheels are gonna grip and the board's just gonna keep doing its own thing. So you gotta focus putting your weight on the heel. That way, you're putting most of the weight right next to the front truck, which is de-weighting the back trucks, making it a lot easier to slide. From there, you're gonna be rotating, right? You're gonna be going backwards. Your arms are gonna be slowly doing like a swan-like skiing or ice skating maneuver. And so as your shoulders rotate with the board, for me, I'm going right. For some of you, it might be moving left, but for me, it's going right. And as I do that, I just start twisting my foot a little bit, making sure that my weight is extremely planted into the heel of my foot on the board, but then twisting that same foot just a little bit to help get the toes to push the board around. Now, if you do this with enough of a carve, the natural movement of that carve is gonna break traction a lot easier than trying to twist your foot. My recommendation is try this out in your garage first, where it's really slippery. If you can, sneak into a supermarket and try it out on the linoleum floor, even slipperier. And if not, just get the slightest wheels you got, throw it on your board, and do the little shimmy around. So when I'm coming out of this trick, I'm just finishing out one more little 180 body varial. So essentially my body's doing a full 360. I start switch and I end it switch. All right, so that's basically it for the trick. It's kind of simple. It's just gonna take a little bit of time to make sure that you get the weight distribution right. I cannot stress enough to you to focus on your heel of the foot that's on the board, as well as getting a nice deep carve with the whole turn, the whole maneuver. The deeper your carve, the easier it's gonna be to break traction. Remember, think about pavement quality too. If you got a place that you skate, it's got really grippy pavement, might not be the best place to be doing this trick. Your garage might work, or Kroger's, or Albertsons, Safeway, Vaughn's, whatever you do, Sam's Club, Costco. Donnie, where do you shop? Sprouts. So good luck on challenge number 2, kids. Remember, you gotta finish this thing by next Monday and you can get a $50 credit to the Loaded Boards website, or Orangatang Wheels, or a gift card for your grandma. Buy a shirt, buy some wheels, skate tool, stickers, shrimp sandwich, toothbrushes, underwear. I don't know about that last part.